Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. My name is Echo Fan Grey Wolf, and this is not going to be an easy video, which is why I apologized in a video before this video, which is also why I said in my prep show that I would make an apology before I made these last two videos. Now, I don't really necessarily have to apologize for the third video because it's really not that bad. It's just like more facts, but this is a little bit touchy because it's a situation that involves Trump. And y'all might not like this video. That's why I'm apologizing ahead of time before I even start on the video. And you know, anytime you have to apologize for anything, there's two reasons why people do apologize. Either something that I'm about to say is going to be really bad and offensive, or it's going to be really fucking true. Or in some cases, both. And a lot of people find it really hard to apologize to people just because we have difference of opinions. Doesn't make either one of us right or wrong at the time, depending on the situation. But sometimes people are easily offended. And it doesn't take much to easily offend people. I am often easily offended. I'm 50 years old. I have been mixed all my life. And you don't know how many times somebody that was black has told me I'm never going to be black enough. And some of those people were girls. You don't know how many times, except for what I told you, but because it's the truth. Only two natives have really given me bad experiences until I got into TikTok. So 4 natives in total isn't that bad compared to I have 10 fingers and toes. So that's about 20, and that can't even amount to how many black people have told me that I was never going to be black enough. So I stopped trying to be black. And now, as for white people, I already know I'm never going to be white enough. No white person has ever really came to me and said that I'm never going to be white enough since like grade school. But by then, I was over trying to be white, so that wasn't like a big deal because I had a race war. So let's begin. I am worried about Dr. Oz. Haven't seen him on TV. Haven't seen him doing any commercials. I hope that he's fine. I still like Dr. Oz, but the aftermath of Trump, I don't know if it's had any kind of effect on him. I don't know if it's cost him his job. I don't know if it's cost him anything. I am not worried about Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker was a token. I'm sorry. If you're a Herschel Walker fan, I was a Herschel Walker fan when I was a kid. He's a fucking token. I'm sorry. He is a fucking token. And there's nothing wrong with being a token. But you don't have to be a token and be somebody's bitch at the same time. Sorry, Herschel. He pretty much made you his bitch and you fell for it. So, I will always respect your football career. But the second you started like fucking with Trump, you pretty much you stabbed yourself in the foot. And then your son came out and all kinds of other shit was just going on. So I'm not really worried about Herschel Walker. Alright? But I really, really loved and respected Dr. Oz. And no one's mentioned him. I don't know if Oprah has cut ties with Dr. Oz. I don't know if the network that he was on has cut ties with Dr. Oz. And it freaks me the fuck out because Dr. Oz, before the whole Trump fiasco, he was a decent dude. You know, I couldn't wait to get to watch his show and all kinds of other shit. And he'll help me win the toilet paper discussion. So, you know, because my siblings all work in the medical field and they would not agree with me. But since Dr. Oz felt the same way that I felt about the toilet paper situation, um, they started doing it the same way that I always do it, which was over instead of under, because I knew that's going to be your next question. But a lot of people, that will be the same war that's going on in everybody's house, just like Die Hard. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie, or is it an action movie that Christmas kidnapped? For me, it's an action movie that Christmas kidnapped, where for other people, it's a Christmas movie. Because basically, it's an action movie that's Christmas themed, but it's not a Christmas movie. Santa Claus doesn't show up and save the day, unless you count Santa Claus as John McClane with 2 bullets and a 9mm handgun. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Oh, my mistake. Happy Trails, Hans. Yeah, shot him. Boom, boom. It was like, got the watch off when he went to go shoot Holly and the watch fell. Just a victim of circumstance. But anyway, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Moving on. Now, the other guy that I'm worried about, and I don't hate the guy, but he really shocked me in aligning himself with Donald Trump, which is Mayor Giuliani. Giuliani's got problems, y'all. I mean, he has like legal issues out the wazoo. And when this is all said and done, when this is over, Giuliani might be broke. And that's not fair. And I'm pretty sure Donald Trump's not going to give him like one red fucking dime or a room in his hotel for the rest of his life. But Giuliani made this choice. So I do give a damn because Giuliani kind of fixed New York a little bit. And now he's kind of giving New York the finger. So you kind of got to wonder where the hell you stand on that. But I'm really worried about Mayor Giuliani. If you watch the news, whether it be right wing or left wing, I don't really give a rat's ass. Doesn't change the fact that this man is being sued for millions. Giuliani doesn't have millions, not like deep pockets like Donald Trump got. Giuliani might have deep pockets, but the last rumor, and I'm saying a rumor because I can't confirm rumors, that he may be selling his New York apartment to pay his bills that he has acquired or to settle the lawsuit because of the shit that's going on. So give me your thoughts on that, man. Do y'all think Dr. Oz and Giuliani will recover? This will have no effect on Herschel Walker, man, and I mean this with the utmost respect. It's because Herschel and I have the same skin tone. No one's giving two fucks about Herschel Walker. But Giuliani and Dr. Oz, those white cats, man, we're gonna worry about them. And I know that sounds as racist as hell, but it also is factual. When a black cat fucks up with association, I'm gonna put this as nicely as possible. For black people who support Trump, you're gonna pretty much get the same treatment that everybody's giving Kanye West. They'll like you 1 minute, but oh, I'm a Trump supporter. Oh yeah, that's not good. Now, before anybody gets mad, let me explain to y'all one more time, in case y'all missed it, on the reasons why I will never support Trump. I'm sorry. Do not get offended. 1, I'm part black. I'm part native. I'm part white. He has said it countless times. They don't like natives to me because the native casinos was kicking his casino's ass. 2, he has point blank period made fun of Matoaka, aka Pocahontas, time and time again. And though he was directing it at Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas is a very important fixture in the Native community. Alright? She's a symbol of everything that the Native Americans have lost. Everything. And worse than that, they made her go to another country. Never let her go. She died there. And she was young when she died. She didn't die an old lady. She didn't have a peaceful life. She was put on... she was basically a show. They basically showed her off. This is our native princess. Now her name is Rebecca. It is no longer Matoako. It is no longer Pocahontas. It is Rebecca. You no longer have the name that you were given at birth. You now have this name that we have forced upon you, and you will keep it. And to top that off, you're pretty much a government mule. You will make appearances. You will do what we tell you to do. You will no longer be able to commune with nature. You will no longer be able to run. For people who aren't native, y'all have no idea what that is. I'm mixed native, and I'm slowly learning what that is to be in touch with nature. And let's not talk about the code talkers, because recently the Navajo in Arizona have lost their water rights. Trump ain't said two shits about that. But yeah, he did give them medals. And at the same time, making fun of Elizabeth Warren. So I don't have a lot of love for this man because of how he treats Native Americans. And now, let's talk about the Chinese reporter, where COVID was on the rise, and she asked him a plan, and he asked her, why don't you ask China? Now, y'all might call it bigotry. I'm saying it for what it was. The man's a fucking racist. And if you're supporting him, hey, knock yourself out. That doesn't affect you and me, but it definitely will make you question your morals. And like the thing with racism is that if you're not one of the minority races, it doesn't affect you. So you can say I'm not a racist all day, but if you support a racist, you might not be a racist, but you are supporting a devout racist. Now, let me bring it home. I'm 50 years old. The Central Park Five, three of them made it. None of them was guilty. This man took out an ad to have these children unalived. And he literally said it on TV, and you can find a video. You can find a video where he goes, I wish that the death penalty was back on the table for these three young black kids who were 15, cleared by DNA, did mad time in prison for a rape that they didn't commit, did time with the rapist. And this man wanted them dead. Now, if you're black and you're supporting this man and you don't remember the Central Park Five, shame on you. Now, let's not go back to Standing Rock, because Standing Rock, there's a video. I can't find it, but there's a video out there where he's talking to some natives, and they asked him if he had any part of Standing Rock. He literally looked them in the face and said, no, I have nothing to do with Standing Rock. If I become the president, I won't let anything happen with Standing Rock. I'm going to protect you. This motherfucker got in the presidency. Obama, day one. His last day, Obama declared Standing Rock wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to be in a pipeline. Day one, Donald Trump. First damn thing on the goddamn docket. Standing Rock pipelines going through this reservation. So if you're native and you're supporting this man, shame on you. Because you clearly blinked when that happened. You know? So you blinked in 93 when he said that the natives don't look like natives, and he didn't want the natives to not have to pay taxes, even though every dime that the native community made on their casinos was supposed to funnel back into the native community. Does that happen? Not 1,000%. In a lot of these casinos, if you're not related to the people in the BIA, or if you're not related into the people who run the casinos, then you don't get a lot of money. Some natives get $20 checks, and those are the ones who aren't working for the native casinos. So I'm mad as fuck about that, because that's lateral violence, and natives should be treated fairly by their own fucking people, and they should be equally compensated for the casinos that are put up there to help the natives make extra money. Now, as a person who's mixed native, I don't have a lot of voice or strong fight in the native community, but I am mixed native, and I am very upset with the natives that run the communities and run these casinos and don't think that other natives should have a piece of the pie, and they don't distribute the extra money equally. I understand infrastructure and things need to be repaired. I understand you might get a new game in, but what about the people? What about the people? Your people who are still starving and stuck eating spam instead of good meals, like the people who work at the casino or the people who own the casinos, but they're not distributing the money. So don't think that I wasn't going to let that slide, because I'm not. Even though this is all about Donald Trump, don't think that I wasn't going to let that slide about people that I have blood ties to. I don't have blood ties to the casino people, but I am part native. And most of the casinos with the natives, not all of the casinos are giving natives their cut. Okay? Some of the reservations aren't getting their cut. And that's the shit that pisses me off. But like I said, Trump didn't want those natives to make any money on their casinos. And that's why I'm exceptionally mad about any natives that are supporting this man, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. He doesn't give a shit about you. Now, let me get back to the other issue. Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani cleaned up New York at one point. But, sorry, game is playing. This man has not done bad for New York, and then he started messing with Trump. Alright? And if, in case y'all forgot, this is probably one of the reasons why Vince McMahon ain't had nothing to do with Trump after Trump became president. You know, because Vince has bailed Trump out of some trouble quite a few times. And this is why the McMahons have stayed quiet on all that shit. I'm sure you all remember when Trump chose Bobby Lashley and Bobby Lashley won, and Vince had to get his hair shaved off. Alright? Vince has been very careful to not get involved in shit like that, because he knows that shit can ruin the company forever. This is why Vince doesn't let a lot of racism shit happen on camera. Alright? And this is why a lot of people, if you get caught off camera doing racist shit, you're out of the WWE. And a lot of companies are the same way. You're not going to make my company look bad because you feel some type of way. Alright? And I got to give Vince his props on that. Finally, Rudy Giuliani. This poor man will probably wind up a poor man by the end of this. So to recap, Herschel Walker, lost cause. Now, he's probably the only one that's going to come out on top at the end of the day. Dr. Oz, no clue what's going on with him. Don't know if he's even like leaving his house. Mayor Gullionie, he's in lawsuit hell up to his ass. So again, this is the aftermath of dealing with this man, and I'm telling you, there's no way in hell I'm gonna vote for Trump. I'm sorry. If you guys are voting for Trump, I am not taking that personally. I have no fucks to give if you're voting for him. But I will let you know, do your research. I'm not voting for a racist. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. Also, if this video has offended anyone who's in the 314 of you, I apologize. And that door is always open. If you choose to leave, you can always come back. I don't reject people because of their choices to vote. I'm just happy that you choose to vote. Thank you for watching. Be seeing you.